So, again, these are collective readings. They're not going to resonate with everybody. So, take what resonates and leave the rest. So, obviously, hot topic is, well, becoming a lot about the Masons and how corrupt they are and how low vibrational they are, and, well, that in their groups they believe that they should be able to get away with everything. A lot of them do deserve a noose around the neck, but well, they do deserve a noose around the neck. They do, but well, for what they do. So MK Ultra, mind control, programming, torture experiments, like harassment via black magic, electronic harassment, 1111. I've mentioned this in some other readings where, well, obviously they make some sort of pact, some sort of deal with the devil because they are all Luciferians. They swear on oath to Lucifer to serve the devil and his negative agenda, and they at like a young age, at like 26, some can be initiated younger. At such a young age, it's turning people pure evil to serve the darkness, and they call themselves illuminate and enlightened and enlightened ones, yet they don't want it to be illuminated or enlightened as to what they do, which seems a bit backwards. It seems a bit backwards that they want to call themselves the illuminate ones and enlightened ones, yet they don't want it to be illuminated. All the torture experiments, what they do, which is like mind control, programming, torturing someone throughout their literally full life, stalking, experimenting, whether that be psychic experiments, experimenting via torture, experimenting via molestation and stuff like that, experimenting via reverse psychology and like gaslighting. So if you are psychic as a child and they know that you are really intuitive, they play a lot of mind games to brainwash people into believing that they've got some like severe mental health issues at such a young age. Now, obviously, if someone's been through like trauma in childhood, later on, like they can like early teenage years, they can actually develop some sort of mental health issues. But the way these dirty low vibrational masons work is that literally from a very, very young age, they try and make out like if someone's psychic and got psychic abilities and they are like really advanced for their age, instead of letting that child know that they are advanced for that age and they're highly intelligent, they will try and deliberately dumb that child down by experimenting with some sort of poisons which will lower their levels of consciousness, and they will experiment by, that could be via vaccines, via via or by the school systems, the system like putting them through school and trying to dumb them down that way, via controlling them and not letting them express their skills, their talents, and maybe not giving the ones who have a high level of intelligence enough recognition, because they, as a form of trauma, say if there's like a classroom of like 30 children and then there's one child who seems to be brighter, whether that be in energy field or as in like brain and highly intelligent, the teachers, instead of giving that child the recognition what they deserve for their work, the ones who are not as bright or intelligent will be highlighted more. The ones who are not doing like the work as well or producing a decent piece of work, they will give more recognition to the ones whose, I don't know, the parents start licking the school teachers' asses. So basically, if you up the teachers' asses, yeah, because these masons are in everywhere. If you up the teachers' asses, you're best friends with the teachers, or you've got some sort of sexual encounter with the teachers, and you bow down to these teachers and you coo, they'll be extra nice to the children. And if maybe 555, one of the parents does not want to be licking the school teachers' asses, then basically they will target their children, even though that child has some form of a psychic ability or a high level of intelligence. They will brainwash the child to believe that they've got autism, which is a form of MK Ultra brainwashing, instead of teaching the children from a young age surrounding star seeds, psychic abilities, and like galactic type of stuff. Yeah, they just want to dumb children down, and it's brainwashing. And what they want to do is they want to shut these children off from the universe, shut children off from the Most High, so then the child or children believe that these idiots in a meat suit, because that's what they are, they're just a lot of devils in a meat suit, tie, shit flicker shoes, and they want the child or children to believe that instantly they're above them in some sort of spiritual ranking, or because they're teaching a subject that they are more advanced than the child. Like, by getting that a lot of these teachers, they can study a topic for 4 years solid, get a qualification on that and specialise, whatever it is, in that certain type of area. And then a child of, say, about 14, 15, or depending the age, can study that topic within like so many weeks and understand that topic more than one of these teachers who studied a subject for like 4 years. And when these teachers realise that, instead of giving the child or children the recognition what they deserve, they try and dumb that child down, single that child out, bully that child, try and turn the class against that child. They will probably try and poison that child to get like a like from all the other parents, clout seekers, to get a like from all the other parents. They will actually target your children and poison your children via like the dinner ladies. Yeah, via the dinner ladies, they will poison your children's food. I know they've done it with my children deliberately, and they will also have mentioned in like my other videos, like, because I won't bow down to no motherfucker on this goddamn planet. Yeah, they started targeting one of my daughters who's like really intelligent, tried to make out like she was autistic, and then was putting nits in her eye deliberately. This is the type of things what these dirty low vibrational masons do, right? So with my daughter, they were spiritually attacking, well, they've been spiritually attacking all of my kids, spiritually attacking me like fuck, putting me under major spiritual warfare, doing it with my children, spiritually attacking my children, doing this black magic stuff. And then they'll turn up to the school or something the next day, the teacher, like they've never even been spending most of the night doing a stupid black magic and spiritually attacking these children. So it's a brainwashing camp. It's a brainwashing camp. And again, they deliberately spread diseases via the schools, deliberately spread flus, diarrhea, stuff like that. And the way they do that is by poisoning the food, the dinner lady food type of stuff, because they'll get that from the science lab. They'll put that in the food, and then from science labs, they will get the nits. what they've already been growing, and they will put that on your child or children's hair. So basically, a school teacher tries to gain power and control and starts bullying your child at school. And as a parent, if you stand up for that child and have a go at that teacher will then go on off and start poisoning your children's food and putting nits in your children's hair. And because they're in this Mason's secret society, in this coven or cult, whatever they want to call themselves, they think they can get away with it. Now, obviously, if you report this to the police, one of these teachers is probably bumming one of the police officers or sucking one of the police officers off and having some sort of sexual favour, sexual encounters, because that's all they do. They infiltrate themselves in every single area to control everything and acts like a big man, and their head is just gone because they're riddled with multiple STDs, sexually transmitted demons, spiritually transmitted diseases, entities, and then they start doing black magic when they're already fucked in their head. But they'll walk around, acting like big man, probably a face looking like there's chewing a wasp, thinking that they should be able to be in some sort of power or control position, when, to be honest, again, a lot of them deserve a noose around their necks. 1144. A lot of them deserve a noose around their necks. They really do. I mean, for one, what type of a masculine sits there and does black magic all day? A faggot. Alright? Only a faggot sits there and does a lot of black magic all day. What type of a masculine starts poisoning people's food just because the parent refuses to bow down, and just because this parent won't take that attitude, to be honest? If they keep coming at it with the bullying and the attitude, and you don't take that, again, these teachers will start targeting your children. So, and because they've got pals and stuff, what they do is they'll have the little meetings and they'll be like, oh, look, we don't really like Keeper of the Keys. We don't like her attitude, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've used her in some mad psychic experiment all her life, spied on her, stalked her, harassed her, poisoned her, done all these horrible things. What we're going to do is we're going to try and continue that as a generational curse and have that placed on her children as well, and use her children as some sort of mad experiment and start doing black magic on these children and poison the children at school or at college, because again, they've all got the tongues up each other's asses. So this Mason secret society is like a human centipede. I've not really watched this film, but apparently they're in like a circle, and one man in the front, whatever he's shitting out, the one in the back will eat that shit. Then they will shit the shit out, and literally, so basically, it's just a massive ring full of paedophiles, child predators, stalkers, followers, harassers, account hackers, spies, where they think that they could just spy on anybody. They'll get cameras, and they will use things like TikTok and Facebook and stuff like that to spy on the children. Probably a lot of them, because they are a set of nonsense. A lot of them will pose to be a teenager or something to get on the social media, or they'll be like, look, add me on your Facebook and we'll do some assignments on social media. And what 14, what we will do is we'll just tell you to do a TikTok video or something like that. And a lot of these teachers, even though you're probably not going to see that the teachers are watching your children, what they will do is they will use another phone, like they will probably watch it on a computer or something, then they'll record that or something on the phone or save that, and they'll upload these videos to the dark web of these children. And then when they are in these lodges and in the meetings, they will talk about sick shit about these children. And because it's infiltrated in the justice system, like in every area, any child sexual abuse, I've mentioned it in other videos, any child sexual abuse, any child sexual abuse videos, what they've got hold of as evidence, they'll let the paedophiles go. They'll let the paedophiles walk free. They will literally 15. They will upload these videos to the dark web. They'll monetize on it. Now the dark web, obviously, with the internet, we don't even get to see, like, on our search engines and stuff. And what we can see as like a collective is not even 10% of the internet. It's not even 10% of the internet. So like 90%, yeah, of us can't really access the dark web unless you're in one of these secret societies and you get to see all this dark web stuff. Again, these Masons, dirty ones, low vibrational ones, if there's any child like sexual abuse, rape or murder videos, what they will then do is they will upload them to the dark web and they'll do pay-per-view 1616. They'll upload these videos to apps such as P-Hub. I'm not going to mention it. And I only found that out in January 2020 when I did a communication with Spirit, that there was uploading that on that website, and I was absolutely traumatized when I found that out. That, well, to think as well that there's all these men out there, and that's one of the most popular apps where they get millions and millions of views. To know that these men, yeah, on the streets, your neighbours, you know, not just the ones who's infiltrated in the Masons, yeah, but the ones who are not, yeah, your neighbours, the lot. Oh, it's making me feel sick, to be honest. Hold on. Because it's on this P-Hub, what's an American app, where you can view that shit worldwide. Because it's on that, they've been uploading these child sexual abuse images on there, police officers and stuff, lawyers, judges and solicitors, to these apps. And again, it's pay-per-view, yeah. So going back to childhood, yeah, if you're a psychic, or maybe even if he's not a psychic, I don't suppose you have to be a psychic, but they will literally use you as like some sort of government experiment. And because if you've not got parents who actually give a damn about you, if you've got one of them, like them parents who just do not give a damn, you're screwed, basically. You're screwed. So I mentioned in other videos what got taken down. As a child, I was used as an experiment, and family monetized on it. As a child, I was like poisoned. I was sedated and strapped to a dentist chair, right? And apparently, because I really didn't like going to the doctors because they used to strip me down naked in front of the doctors. I really didn't like it because it was just always going into a room full of men and some women, and always about getting stripped naked and having to stand there naked and have shit happen, right? And one time I asked my nana, because I really didn't want to go to the dentist, because every time I was going to the dentist and the doctors, I was getting molested. I asked my nana to come with me, and thinking that my nana would help and stop it from happening. And she was sat outside apparently for 4 hours, and she said that they had to strap my arms and legs down because I was fighting them under heavy sedation. So as a child, how much sedation would a child have to take to be sedated for 4 hours solid? And as a child, how long does it take? So when I was doing like trauma work and going back, I started looking up how long does it take to remove like children's teeth, and apparently it takes about 15 minutes. 15 minutes. 15 minutes to remove teeth. So 4 hours, there's something dodgy going on there, isn't there? Yeah, so 4 hours they will have you strapped to dentist chairs getting molested. Yeah, 4 hours will have you strapped to dentist chairs getting molested. They will use the doctors, they will take you to doctors, stuff like that, have you strip off naked to doctors. And then obviously if you get put in the foster care system, which is another form of programming, they will put you in slap bang in the middle of a pedo ring. Slap bang, like myself, in the middle of a pedo ring. And because there's like police officers, the police officers will just literally pull you in if you start speaking out about it, yeah, and have you sat in a room with a load of men watching you behind a black mirror and just stood there watching you, probably just playing, doing your normal kid things, eating some biscuits and playing, and there'll be a load of men behind that black mirror wanking over you because they are the paedophiles. And again, there's a large paedophile ring that it connects and joins all around the world, but there's definitely one in Hull what I've been trying to shut down for years. And because they know I'm trying to shut this down, well, I've been gang stalked. And on top of that, not just getting gang stalked, like harassed spiritually, and major spiritual warfare, on top of having my music and everything stolen. But I've mentioned that in other readings, but they will steal absolutely everything. Like everything you write, any of your write-ups, any of your work, you know, anything that you've worked hard towards your whole entire life. Don't matter how much you've been studying, how many hours you've spent, yeah, because personally, with studying, how many hours I've spent of my adult life studying some things so I can make changes in the world, that will still absolutely everything. Like, if you can perform exorcisms and the churches know about that, you're just going to get the churches on your ass. But again, these masons, there'll be popes, there'll be priests, there'll be vicars, they're in absolutely everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. And again, they'll link to everyone, like literally, they'll be like, oh, well, I know someone who works in here and in this area, and someone who works in this area, and someone who works in this area. It's all about world domination, and it ain't about enlightened ones, because the ones who become enlightened or find that type of stuff out about what's actually going on, their lives is actually at risk. So the ones who speak out about it and out these, their lives are at risk. Their lives are at risk. So going back to like the experiments, they will just literally brainwash your children. It's detachment theory is what they will do. A detachment theory is what they will do. Now, if these schools and stuff and people like this police or social services and the council are all teaming up to gang stalk you with people in the neighbourhood, yeah, and as one single person, you have to defend yourself against all these low-rank cranks, yeah, and you have to go a bit psycho, you know, standing up for yourself and getting your masculine, yeah, they don't like that. They will literally, instantly, immediately be like, right, now we're going to call her violent and aggressive. And then what we're going to do is we're going to start radicalising. Radicalise. And I think it's hilarious. I mean, I don't think it's hilarious, but, you know, obviously not. That's why I've been telling people on social media, but they keep restricting and banning, to go and hang themselves, because that's what they deserve. But if you speak out and you say that, they'll start trying to restrict you even more. And say, that's not very nice of you to say that, keep with the keys. You know, after all what you've been through, and God knows how many times we've tried to kill you off, telling us to go and end ourselves and stuff like that. That's not very nice, is it? All the years they would literally deliberately get people to bully you and try and single you out and think it's hilarious. But if you are one of these adults where you start sticking your tongue up one of these teachers' asses and what have you, or you're totally fine, you know, like these ones who've always got tits out or something like that, eyelashes on all the time. Like you've got your tits out and your eyelashes all the time. All right, was going to be extra nice to you. You there, you're one of them where you like to cover up and you don't really like to show your body. Right, we're always going to start bullying you. We're going to start bullying you. And then they do sex magic on children. They do sex magic on children. They'll do love spells on children. They will literally want the child or children to feel like they love you and they actually care, but that's just a spell, that's just an illusion to have you fall under their control, 26, and make you believe that they actually love you, care about you, and give a damn. So because they've been doing spell casting for that many years, they're possessed by the devil because, again, they give their life over to the devil, to the toxic, to the dark side. I mentioned that they make sacrifices as well. They've sacrificed me God knows how many times because I want my sole purpose, my gifts, my skills, my talents. They clone. So in this MK Ultra type of programming, if they know that someone is chosen or a starseed, they will instantly start trying to sacrifice, because these low vibrational masons, Mason stars, whatever you want to call them, they sacrifice their own children to their false god to get more power. They do that to like Moloch or Molech. They do that to like the devil, Lucifer, Satan, Baphomet, demons. They do it to Baal, stuff like that in this secret society, and then they want us to have respect for them. You know. Obviously, they serve the military. They serve in the military. So they have like big, massive screens where they all sit there in the suits, there's ties. They will have their some like black band over their eyes, and they will literally start astral traveling and astral project into your energy field. Yeah, and they will do astral attacks. They will astral travel and they'll start astral attacking you. And they will start astral attacking children for fun. Big men, big men, big men start astrally attacking the children. I know that. I've had Elon Musk doing that as well, thinking it's hilarious. Silly boy Elon Musk. Silly boy Elon Musk, who deserves to get sued, because that's what he's doing. And I'm still standing on that. I'm still suing him. I'm still suing him. I'm suing the little run. So they will astral attack, because obviously they will be in technology. They will be controlling apps, YouTube, the lot. They will actually sit there all day, because some of them on YouTube are in Masons, and they will restrict and shadow ban your channel so you don't get much views. If you start building up your channel, and get like a following, what they will do, if you're not sticking your tongue up one of their asses or giving them some sort of sexual favour and bowing down and cooing to them, they will try and shut your channel down, shadow ban, blacklist, so on and so forth. Which is just lovely of how they just infiltrate everywhere. So we've got Temperance, Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles. They will literally steal your revenue. They'll steal your generational wealth, your business ideas, your energy, your family, the ones you love. That could be children or grandchildren. They will take everything off you. And Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The star is pointing downwards, which is like Baphomet or the devil. Usually if the star's pointing upwards, it's like earth, air, fire, water, spirit, which is like the most high. Because it's in reverse, it's like Baphomet. So I was getting, in this community, everyone is like devil worshippers, like a Judas community, a corrupt government organisation, or maybe not even just in the area, full country, widespread world. It is satanic and it's all Luciferian, but they actually think it's funny being evil. Two of Swords and Temperance, they love to get archangels mad and angry. I mean, obviously, if they work for the devil and they think it's hilarious, instead of wanting that peace, love, that light, that balance, that healing, that harmony, they would rather have the madness, the anger. This is where the MK Ultra programming comes on in, and the candle magic type of stuff, and the black magic to try and radicalize someone, stress them out, send them a lot of dark, negative, toxic energy constantly, and they think it's hilarious until it all goes back and the dog dies, the mum dies, the nan dies, their uncle dies, little old Jen, little old Jim, what have you, starts dropping down like flies. Then they don't want to do that anymore. But saying that, if they're all toxic, I don't suppose they're going to give a tickety bastard boo if one of their own family members die because of that evil and they're that toxic, and they're heartless and they're soulless. They probably even watch their own family members die right in front of their eyes. And they probably won't even give a damn that that is the repercussions of their own actions for doing a lot of black magic and being pure evil. So already the Masons, like a lot of them, because they're on a low vibrational frequency, a lot of them can operate from underground or out in the middle of nowhere. They'll do it from home, in the government buildings. They actually think it's funny. Mentioning the mask. Oh, we've got a King of Pentacles in reverse, Ace of Swords in reverse, lying, Ten of Swords surrounding a murder, or backstabbing. So basically, King of Pentacles in reverse. That could be a Capricorn. It could be a Virgo or a Taurus masculine who's wanting some sort of generational wealth, lying, backstabbing, Two of Swords trying to block Temperance, Archangel, and wanting to take that wealth for himself. Fool card, because he's a fool. He's an absolute fool, Three of Swords. And then we've got King of Cups in reverse. So that is a water sign masculine. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, who's trying to block an archangel from expanding, trying to block some sort of healing, trying to block third eye because they want that generational wealth deliberately. 10 swords in the back, 3 in the heart, and that is what this team is like. Page of Cups in reverse and the Two of Cups in reverse. Because I was getting Temperance has unrequited love for child sexual abuse. So because in this community, there's, going back to child sex trafficking, unrequited love, and mad and angry surrounding child sexual abuse, you end up with 10 swords in your back and 3 in your heart. Now, if, And the passionate, we've got Hierophant in reverse. This could be like a judge. 7 of Cups. Ace of Wands, passionate with this Ace of Wands, the mucky little runts. King of Swords in reverse, about continuing child sexual abuse. Nine of Swords, they're all going to get found guilty. Could be ex involved who loves to bring chaos. Also, like RICO crimes, bank fraud, bankruptcy, bank fraud, identity theft, cloning identity, Ace of Cups. And then we've got, with this tower, this could be like the government organisation. This could like actually be the Freemasons. It could be something like, for example, Guildhall, you know, one of these council meet-up places. Could be like local rent office. Could be symbolising temperance's home, where they want to bring chaos, 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 chaos. So guilty surrounding taking money under the table with that Ace of Pentacles, death, and then Hanged Man, sacrificing. Because they all chose money instead of love. And I think that's a big problem in the Masons, not just in the Masons, but in the actual entire world, that they choose money over love. Because, well, with money, these pedos can groom children, so they're guilty. They're all going to get found guilty for choosing money over love, not just from obviously people like myself, but I mean like that Ace of Cups, that unconditional love from the divine and unconditional love from the angelic realm. They choose the money over the Most High. They choose ego over the Most High. They always choose ego over soul. And there's a lot of underhanded behaviour where they will take money, death and sacrifice to sacrifice. So there's like some sort of love option or fake, false love option. Nine of Wands, players, they want to play games. They love to play games, mind games. Again, they are soulless. So we've got to take into consideration that they're already damned. They're already marked for going to hell. They've already been damned. They've already been marked for going to hell. They've been in limbo for many, many years because there's Judas, Queen of Swords in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, working to bring battle, to bring drama, yeah. Nine of Wands, playing some stupid games. Now, when that comes on back, and then one of, like, yeah, so they're all getting sacrificed, they're all going to die. They're all going to die. They're all going to die. Judgment in reverse and Ten of Wands. Because they are carrying that many energetic burdens and dark entities, and they've lost this connection to the divine. Again, they don't like anyone who has got a good connection to the divine. They try and shut them off. They think that they can avoid judgment. And they think that they can avoid judgment. They honestly do. They honestly do. Nine of Cups. Justice in reverse, the Sun card in reverse, and the Devil card in reverse. So although they want to hide it, the Devil's being revealed. They've opted to serve the Devil because they just want to carry on spreading STDs and their energetic burdens and being players, because for some strange reason, these Masons think that they deserve a load of women hanging off their arms and the door. I'm telling you, a lot of them, yeah, although they could look all right on the outside, once you get to kind of know that energy field, it's just going to aggravate you and irritate you, you know, like, and if you're not in communication with any of like one of these and just shut one of them off, they will start spiritually attacking you, astrally attacking you, and trying to send people towards you to battle and fight you, as if to be like, how dare you block me? How dare you not speak to me anymore? How dare you not give me your attention? I'm a big man, but again, they are in the military, and the military just sit there gang stalking, spying, hacking your social media, hacking your phones, and then they will send like men to try and date you, stuff like that, and try and like speak to you. They will send like the side piece to start coming at you and be like, oh, there's competition there, start battling and competing and start doing a shit to the black magic, because all they do is just like one big major brainwashing camp, and they've brainwashed themselves to believe that they're actually above an earth angel, and they're not. They're all a set of low rankings. So although they're into gaining power and control over everyone and everything and wanting people to bow down, if that person like refuses to bow down and stands up to themselves against all odds, and is outnumbered, they really don't like it. 8 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles in reverse, and 8 of Wands. A lot of underhanded behaviour to try and, after like battling and competing and gang stalking, harassment, radicalising and doing all this, when Temperance stands on up, even if they have had money stolen, even if they had a full community coming up against them and getting gang stalked and harassed, if that person finally stands on up and defends himself, here comes ugly little runty police officer. Knock, 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 knock. We think you should go to prison. We think, after all this sacrifice and trying to murder you and doing all these evil acts, was going to try and put you in prison. Abuse of power. Because the Reds is gone. Queen of Wands in reverse. Seducing with lies. 5 of Cups in reverse. Trying to cloak themselves in Temperance's energy. Then we've got the Strength card in reverse. Because I used to get in that this group, this family, this gang, this community is trying to cloak themselves, doppelganging, cloning, and then wanting to bump the actual original person off and carry on living the original person's life of luxury. 9 of Pentacles in reverse, take that financial stability. I did mention already, damned. Yeah, trotting around. Trot, spreading bad news. Empress in reverse. Trot, Taurus energy. Trot. So basically, if they do this to a feminine, they will do everything they can to do drama spells, competition magic, conflict magic, chaos magic, binding spells, trauma bonding, soul ties, spiritually attack, and then have the bollocks after doing all that, labelling Empress as a bad mother, and if it's resonating for masculine, they've got a lot of bad karma. They're trying to stagnate some sort of wheel, so they actually believe that not only can they control the physical, they think that they can control astrally, spiritually, and control the full fucking universe, because their eggs is gone. Which is mad, isn't it? That they think that they own and control absolutely everything, and they can get away with absolutely anything, whatever they want. So there's an Emperor involved, obviously all different star signs, because it's around the world, and they collaborate to try and stop someone else from shining by doing black magic. So that is literally, what's the point? So we've got energy harvesting, organ harvesting, energy harvesting, organ harvesting. Anyone who's single and independent, they don't like that. If there's a woman who feels like she does not need a man for anything or bare minimal, so basically they just expect women to be desperate and all over them, which is a shame. They expect women to be desperate and all over them, and even if they've got like £60 million in the bank account, they just expect women to be desperate for them. I'm one of them where I'm like, It doesn't really matter about how much money you've got in the bank. And if they think that they can woo me with all the money, I'm like, get that 20 quid, draw it out of the bank account, wrap it round your knob, and go and have a wank over it, because they're all about the money. You know? All about the money. Persistently, underhanded behaviour. All about the money. Yeah, unrequited love. The wild card in reverse and Four of Pentacles. They want to possess and control the full world. So it's like these Masons, these groups, this gang, this community think that they can possess and control the way the world spins, and keep hold of that wholeness, right? So with Temperance, Two of Swords trying to block and stop expansion, trying to take some sort of generational wealth, all these evil acts. Four of Pentacles in reverse, and the wild card can mean like completion, whole. They're trying to possess that wholeness. There you go, Hermit. But they've got no spiritual like protection. They was never condemned to do any of it. So we've got Eight of Cups, committed, Page of Swords, Six of Cups, so spying. Family. Constantly. Spy. So a family set of child predators, pedos, Truman Show, where it's like, we'll just sit there and we'll just watch someone all day, someone who don't want to be watched all day, someone who only wants to be communicating when they want to communicate, when they say so, because it's human rights. It's human rights. And if someone literally wants to be left alone, like I wanted to be just left alone with my kids and their pals and not be harassed, they don't give a fuck, because they'll send some big morbidly stupid blonde tart coming round to harass you with pals and stuff. And then they'll send some fucking slapper, a basic little slapper from school to bang, 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 bang on door, thinking that they're above and, you know, they can rain down the law. A lot of them at the school deserve a noose as well. Yeah, and they will send, like, if you tell them to fuck off, basically, and stand up, they don't like that. So what they will then do is they will get on the phone to an ambulance and do a false ambulance call out, because, well, in this family, in this secret society, in this group, this cult, this coven, in this government, in the country, wherever, that's just their tactics. And I think the tactics is it's wearing thin, and it does get boring. It gets boring. So what they just do is that is what their full life's all about. It's just gang stalking, spiritually attacking people, harassing them, stealing money, trotting around like there's something on the cocoses, on the cocos. Trot, swearing around in the big posh car, thinking that absolutely something, with the big posh watch, you know, and they literally want the child or children to look up to them, right? So if you see someone, not all of them, but if you see someone in a real posh car, yeah, they've probably done some right dodgy stuff to get that posh car. And these men have only got that posh car because they're like, I just want to use it for the chicks. You know, I want to reel them in. I want to reel the hoes in, because, well, I want to believe that as a master mason, or something like that, you know, I should have all the women to myself and have just women just cooing over me. Coo. King of Wands, coo over me. Five of Swords, enemy. Queen of Pentacles, Four of Wands, Four of Swords, Two of Wands, coward. Ten of Cups, family. Set of cowards, sneaking around. Community, from the community, family, friends from the community, families. So they want to do and they think that in their head, oh look, if we single someone out and have them on their own, we could just carry on. And if we single someone out, have someone on their own, and then watch them and spy on them and harass them and do all this shit 24/7, then we might actually achieve something in the physical. But again, in spirit, they wear the way of a flea. You know, some of them who's maybe done a little bit of spiritual work, they might actually hold that way of a pea. Yeah. A lot of them are actually closed off and small-minded, because if they don't believe in the Most High, then how can their brains really expand? And if they're really close-minded and small-minded, how can their brain advance and get any bigger? So basically, I just get it that they don't like anyone who's got an advanced brain, because if they have got an advanced brain and they are on a higher spiritual ranking, and especially if you're a feminine and you outrank a masculine spiritually, that masculine will instantly get mad, rally his pals, his mates and stuff like that, his nannies, grannies, granddad, what have you, his auntie, his uncle, his cousins, brothers, sisters, the moos, the bars, the goats, the chickens, they'll all start fucking coming. They'll all start coming. That's what it's like in this community. You know, there's got to have the mum, the dad, the nan, they've got to have 3 cups, they've got to have the friends on the blower 24/7. They can't go a day without 5 minutes. So they're all a set of energy vampires. And in this like government organisation, if you don't want to join in, yeah, with that shit, you'll get gossiped about. You'll be topic of conversation. Again, you'll get spiritually attacked. You'll get like astrally attacked. You'll get a shit ton of black magic. Here they all is, getting pissed up, dancing around, plotting around, sneaking around someone else's home. 2 of one's cowards. Probably stealing bikes. They'll have out. I'm telling you, you could open your front door round here, where I am especially, shit on your doorstep, and one of these cranks would rob that shit off you. All right, literally. And the corrupt judges, they'll even rob your toenails, but they'll do it in like kind of a trickster type of way, where they say, we need your toenail samples, and they will use that for hair, blood and nail rituals. I have mentioned that because they're just into just dark arts and they just don't want to stop it. And they probably use them toenail clippings, obviously not just to set up for crimes and to do a hair, blood and nail ritual. They'll probably use them toenail clippings for to use them as a toothpick. Use them as a toothpick. Yeah. And again, if he's like not in a relationship and you're single, and maybe you've dated one of these cranks in this community, in this organisation, and you don't really like have that connection with them no more, but get the prostitutes on you. But I was thinking, with that 10 of Wands in this 3 of Cups, what's coming out, if they've got a lot of energetic burdens, why do they need to spiritually attack someone around the clock? Because they've walked away from the relationship. And then if they've all teamed on up to steal some sort of inheritance, and they're expecting to get an archangel to come on back into their life and give them that healing, they've got a fat chance in that. Again, all they deserve after sacrificing people, especially an archangel and the child or children, and doing that, what they deserve is a noose around the neck. And what they deserve is to write a full written apology to the ones who they spiritually attacked around the clock for years using black magic, and thinking, I'm terribly sorry, this is what should be written, I'm terribly sorry for all these evil acts, what I have done. You know, for example, keep with the keys. I'm terribly sorry for all these evil acts, what I've done. I just wanted a few pals, and I just wanted a bit of clout and recognition, and I wanted a few likes on social media. For being a low rank crank. And for always feeding the ego and forgetting to feed the soul. Choosing money and 3D materialistic things of their unconditional love from the divine, because that's all they do. Yet they expect to have an earth angel's spiritual ranking who chooses love, unconditional love from this divine, over money. So they're all running around thinking that they've won, but that is a false victory, because they're all going to get raided. They're all going to get raided. I's getting has got black trunks. They're not at all innocent. They're all depressed. King of Cups, he's depressed. We've got an ex-married couple who got in on child sacrifice or sacrificing children. Hanged man in reverse and Page of Cups. Couldn't be happening. They invested in wanting to possess this Empress and stop this Empress from expanding. 4 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. We want to possess and control one woman. We think that we should be able to control an Empress and her full life, her inheritance, her expansion. They've got no spiritual rankings. They've got no spiritual rankings at all. They've got no spiritual rankings. Why the fuck does this community and this society, think that they should have an Empress bow down to them? When they're a page! No way, they're a Page of fucking Swords. Oh, what do you mean? So we've got pages and knights and stuff like that in this secret society who think that as a page and as a knight and stuff like that, that they should get an Empress to bow down to them and they should be able to possess and control an Empress. See what I mean? They're deluded. They're absolutely delusional. How can a page, get a fucking Empress to bow down to them? Fat chance of that, especially this Page of Swords. Yeah, not at all. Hierophant, wait for the Most High. They wait for the devil. So how can you expect an Empress to bow down to the devil when the devil is below this Empress in a ranking? So they're very, very, very extremely delusional. Really extremely delusional. So they all deserve to get raided. They all deserve to get backs over their head. They all deserve to get backs over their head. Yeah, all they do is operate from fake accounts. They don't want to show the real them because they'll get done for it. I mean, that is a lot. That is a lot. They'll get done for it. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. They work at a very low vibration. They're all pages. Can you believe it, darling? It's got a lot of pages coming up against an Empress. Pages of Swords, So although they could be like, usually pages could be like 26 or something like that, like from whatever age to like 26, trying to control an Empress, which is just mad. It really, really is. Like pages trying to control an Empress. And pages expecting an Empress to bow down to her. And pages believing that they should be surrounded by women just going after them. A lot of them will probably have women at home, the missus, looking after the kids if they've got any kids. They'll expect the missus to stay at home. Be one of them, stay at home, hide yourself away from the world. Stay at home, hide yourself away from the world. Don't let no one see ya, all right? Don't wear no makeup, all right? Don't have no friends. We don't want you going out. We don't want you celebrating. We don't want you doing this. We don't want you doing that. But me, as a fucking mason, as a guy, as a fella, as one of these feminines in these so-called secret societies, they can do whatever they want. Oh, yeah. So we've got corrupt judges, who are cocaine addicts and raging alcoholics and think that they can rain down the law on people. What do you mean? Yeah. They're actually involved in drug trafficking. Now I know people are going to be thinking, well, obviously, if they're going to be shutting that down. No, they're involved in actually using military guys to drug traffic drugs from different countries, import it, using their military guys to sex traffic children in canisters. And they always think of new ways on how they're going to avoid getting caught. So they use like oil barrels, and they will put children inside of oil barrels. They'll put children inside of boxes, wardrobes. Yeah, there's probably one on here where they're like, oh, we want you to shut up because we're really dying for our little bit of a little tiny kid from over here and tiny kid from over there. And a lot of the time, these so-called Masons, because they're into brainwashing, they'll try to brand people, track and trace them, microchip them, hack their accounts, the phones, track and trace, watch every single move and location, and they will go to different parts of the world. They will literally drop a bomb, start some war out, create some propaganda that there's war breaking out over here, war breaking out over there, in public eye, on the news, and they're actually going from different countries to different countries, snatching children, sacrificing his mothers, sacrificing his kids, sacrificing his fathers, splitting up families, and then sex trafficking the children. What they will do if this child or children is at a young age, especially if it's a baby, they will take that baby, they will put that baby in some sort of MK Ultra programming and have that baby growing on up with fake parents, which is foster carers or adopted parents, and brainwash the child or children to believe that these foster carers or adopted parents are actually their real blood parents or they're actually real families. And then they will carry on these MK Ultra experiments till the child or children's grown up and they're like 30, 40, 50, even 60 or more, believing that the mother's the mother and the father's the father, to find out that the mother was never the birth mother, the father was never the birth father. And the government, because obviously it's a government, they will hide that to try and stop you from finding out who you actually are, what your bloodline is, what your lineage is, and I want to take that inheritance, that Seven of Pentacles, that inheritance, Ten of Pentacles, that generational wealth, because they want that for themselves, so they can get pissed up, party animals, go out partying, chicks hanging off each arm, thinking they're just something, when they're nothing. But the bear runs, the little runs. God's runs is what they are. But they chose that life. They chose to be one of God's runs. They chose to be one of God's runs. They chose to be one of God's runs. It's a choice. Free. I've just looked on the time. Free. They chose to be one of God's runs. So the meaning of angel number 0303 is super powerful, and it's associated with having a positive influence on others as well, having an optimistic view of the world around you. And it's a reminder that you are beyond capable of achieving your life's wildest goals and ambitions. And it symbolises faith, love and trust. So obviously there's going to be some proper freaks what will watch this type of stuff, like the Masons, the low vibrational dirty Masons, who will watch this video and think, I can't believe she's still here. I can't believe she's still calling me one of God's runs. And I can't believe I've been spending all that stolen inheritance money on this cocaine and whatever, yeah, and raving and partying, you know. I can't believe she's still here after all them death spells and all that sacrificing and poisoning her. How the fuck she's fucking survived that? You know. So I've got King of Pentacles, Ace of Swords reverse, lying, Ten of Swords, and Three of Pentacles about collaborating to backstab and murder. We've got a King of Pentacles, King of Pentacles lying about collaborating, doing spellcasting, hexing and cursing, and backstabbing. Because King of Pentacles, Eight of Swords in reverse, Seven of Pentacles, Four of Cups, lack of Nine of Pentacles, financial stability and independence. And negative, corruption, injustice. And then we've got Death card, Eight of Wands in reverse, and then High Priestess wanting to block news. So basically that's an attempted murder. Mad that this King of Pentacles does actually look like the police officer, and, you know, obviously collaborating with some of his pals who came in to try and murder me in January 2022 whilst getting sacrificed and having everything stolen from me. And he's just all about the coinage he is, because he's like, look at me, I'm a King of Pentacles. As lying about what attempted murder. And again, they know for a fact that with what they've done, I should not be here. I should not be here. Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, Two of Pentacles. We'll switch that from account to account. Nine of Swords, the guilty, Ten of Swords in reverse, and Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and Ace of Swords in reverse, and Queen of Swords in reverse, and another Queen of Swords in reverse, and an Emperor. Bad messages, and creating illusions, doing a lot of spell casting. Four of Pentacles, because they want to be able to possess that and keep shifting it from bank account to bank account. They want to possess that generational wealth and keep shifting it. So what they've been doing, especially in this area, in Hull, you know, beside police, Hull Crown Court, they've just been shifting that money from account to account. They've been drawing it out of the bank in large sums, putting money in glass boxes, black boxes, trunks, spell casting, hexing, cursing, hexy. Corruption, injustice, and death card. Then we've got Hierophant. So God steps in. And they know that I should be dead by now. But this is why they restrict my channels and all that. Life in reverse, Empress. Hermit, Virgo. Then we've got Justice, because Empress is here to bring justice surrounding this corrupt organisation. So there's going to be raids going down. They're going to lose that financial stability. Yeah, they're going to lose the job with that Page of Pentacles. Hanged Man, Sacrifice, and it's King of Swords, going to lose everything. And he's getting King of Swords in reverse with this Hanged Man. Could be wanting to take himself out with this Hermit. This King of Swords in reverse with this Justice. Could be a Libra involved. Could be a Scorpio involved, could be Taurus. King of Pentacles, could be Virgo, could be Taurus, could be, we've got like Aries, Capricorn. Two of Swords, mad and angry because it's coming out. King of Swords in reverse, Six of Wands reverse, hunting, wishing ill will. You know, they wanted someone to feel like left out. They wanted to offload that karmic debt and keep it a secret. So they actually believe that someone should pay off their karmic debts, and the one who's got that good karma and that good wealth, they think that they should be able to take everything off an empress. So Queen of Swords in reverse thinks that they should take everything off an empress's. Kings of Swords in reverse think that they should be able to take everything off an empress. King of Pentacles thinks that he should be able to take everything of an empress because there's got unrequited love there. There's got no love in the heart. Six of Swords in reverse is trying to sail away into calmer waters. But we've got the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. There's literally, because of that work, opted for a Queen of Wands in reverse, a Jezebel, to help a Jezebel. Now they've got the Grim Reaper on their arse. Ten of Cups in reverse, this dysfunctional family, this group, this dynamic. Page of Wands, they've got the Grim Reaper on their arse. Sneaking to some sort of bank with a tower. Constantly sneaking around the children because that's all they've been doing. Again, they snatch children. Come on in, yeah? Acting all powerful and courageous in the Chariot, Hanged Man, and sacrifice. Seven of Pentacles in reverse to take that money, any business opportunity, any gifts. Four of Pentacles because they're very mean, they're very possessive, they're very controlling, and if someone stands up for themselves, that's it. King of Cups in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse, shatter and exhaust via spell work. Nine of Swords, just wanting that sleepless night, that anxiety, teaming up, celebrating, doing these rituals day and night. Page of Coins at any opportunity, strength because they want to be seen as strong. Look at me, I'm big man, I think I deserve this house, this home, these gifts and that. Look at me, I've got a staff, I'm going to sneak around, I'm going to spy, and I'm going to do all that. Runts. God's runts. But again, I hope they have a limp dick for the rest of their life. From all that spell casting, that's what they deserve. That's what they deserve. They start lying to weigh up, shift money from accounts to accounts, so they've got financial stability. It's not very nice, is it? It's not very nice at all. They've got no faith in love either. Queen of Wands in reverse, Ten of Cups in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, working with the Grim Reaper, but Grim Reaper's on their ass. Hanged Man, Queen of Swords in reverse, because of that lying and no love, jealous of that strength, and it's getting before they go to prison, they're going to want to take their own life. But to be honest, who gives a fucking damn if they hang themselves? But it'd be nice to actually, have them go down for life. Constantly pulling off someone else's energy, cloaking themselves, that light. Jealous of what one person has. Demons trying to create a mental entrapment to make out like someone, oh look, someone wants to be spiritually free and they don't like being controlled and told what to do. Let's just steal absolutely everything. Yeah, King of Wands in reverse, King of Swords in reverse. Constantly putting money in an account to try and do some sort of child abuse spell. Oh, child abuse spell. Should we do a child abuse spell? Who does that? Who launches a child abuse spell? Only a weirdo. Only a weirdo. Because 4 of Pentacles, Chariot, 10 of Pentacles in reverse, they think that they should have that in their destiny, in their life. It's my, literally, because this has been going down in my area, again, they literally deserve a noose. 3 of Cups, even celebrated that, they celebrated, guilty, the disgusting, they celebrated it, ugh. Why would you celebrate that? They danced around, they cheered. Yeah. Oh, they probably even had a wank over it as well. They actually had a wank over it. Printer Cups, because in this area, that's all they do is they get off at child sexual abuse. I'm telling you, there's a major pedo ring, you know. Police and shit like that, they think it's hilarious. They love it. Set of nonsense bastards in my area. 100%. It's like literally the full police force is rife to fuck with nonsense. The community rife to fuck with nonsense. Schools infiltrated, military, all in the UK. Honestly, I would 100% put the UK down, and especially all, as majority a set of paedophiles. Especially when you get a full community coming up against me to take my inheritance, when I could have used that to shut down paedophile rings. Meanwhile, they would have used that to up it. Heart blockage, chakras, heart spells, 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, using spell work to create heart chakra blockages because they're weird as fuck. Can you believe that they actually get secret society protection for their persistent bank fraud and robbery? Someone who's sexually abused child or children thinks that they can sacrifice someone who's not sexually abusing child or children. Someone who's been sexually abusing children actually believes that they should have someone else's inheritance. Poorly, yeah, and then the Magician card in reverse. Sneak attacking. King of Cups in reverse. With the King of Swords in reverse. Sneak attack. Death spell, death magic, death ritual. Because they've got no love in the cups. Because they're all about the money. And especially if they're a set of paedophiles. I mean, that's disgusting, that is. That's absolutely disgusting. Demon magic. Sneak attacking with demon magic. Constantly trying to take that abundance. Anything prosperous. Anything. If I was these in this thingy, I would just run and jump off a cliff or something like that. It's what they deserve. It's the least they deserve. They deserve to get battered to death. They deserve to get shot about 10 times or run or something like that.